So I am still a member of the co-working space. One of the benefits is, free coffee. Well, I've already paid for it. Coffee every morning. Occasionally I'll still get an opportunity to attend a workshop or, as great a company as you are, you're not here. So occasionally I like to go just to be around people because I can go a little stir crazy some days. Anyway, I believe both of those are some paper samples I picked up. I keep forgetting that I have the subscription to Paper Specs, and that includes a bunch of really great samples, swatch books and stuff. The challenge with that is searching through it. You don't know what you're ordering until you get it, and so finding papers that are unique and forward-thinking and non-traditional and all those kinds of things, it's really hard when all you see is like the cover of a swatch book and the name of it. So I kind of just have to order them all and see what works and what doesn't. Anyway, hi, it's good to see you. If I haven't introduced myself, I'm Matthew with Fine Press, and it is another day at the shop. I'm heading there now to take care of some very patient clients. I have had a real challenge with a couple things at the shop. I had a cutter meltdown a few weeks ago. All sorts of, the move has been challenged. There's been a lot going on, and a couple projects have taken far too long as a result. And so my goal is to try to get two of those out of the door today, which means a lot of gluing, a little bit of die cutting, and hopefully the cutter doesn't freak out. So let's go. I've got to learn how to get a better routine here. One of the things I do, I have shop shoes. They're ugly, they're old, but they work here because things get dirty. And I was in the shop yesterday on Sunday getting some work done, and had the shop shoes on and left my good shoes here. So I got to figure out how to develop a routine so that I do what I need to when I show up and when I leave. So today is mostly going to be about gluing up and cutting these business cards that I've got to get done. I also want to take care of this thing a little bit if I can, maybe devote an hour to it. It's the saddle stitcher that I got mostly operational last week, except the heads don't want to do what they need to do. They don't actually move the stitching wire where it's supposed to go. So hopefully I'll have some time to do that. I also have a friend coming over today. It's going to be a busy day. I've even got to leave a little early. So let's get cranking. Kevin, Matthew Wingard, we spoke last week about my Acme stitcher heads. I see there where the gap for the grip release slide is, and that little piece underneath the grip that pushes the spring back. I see that.
You mean by hand?
Uh-huh.
Chances are you're not cycling it exactly as the machine would. I have the one from your original order you placed.
That's right. Perfect.
Hopefully it'll help make everything make a little more sense for you.
I think it will. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
All right. Have a great day.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Bye. This is incredibly overwhelming, but also, it's fascinating to kind of go through this and figure, I've always said I'm not a car guy, but I have this philosophy about millennials wanting to kind of connect to an ancestral past that we didn't experience but know internally. And to me, tearing apart this piece of metal and figuring out what's inside of it and how it works, that's my version of being a car guy. And it's super cool. It's a lot of fun. It's incredibly frustrating, and it gets my hands really dirty. But it makes for a good day and a couple good stories. All right, back to gluing. So that's kind of been the hang, is just trying to figure out, I've only been up and running in here for like 3 weeks.
Right, I remember you're painting the floor. I was like, that's getting a new spin.
So, all right, so Rich just hung out from him. We got together for like almost 2 hours. It is so good to see friends again. Rich has left the state and come back and all sorts of stuff, and lives, you're what, like an hour and a half away?
An hour
Hour away. So I used to go out to Tampa more often than I do, and would go see him, and now he came and saw me. So, man, thanks so much for coming.
Good to be here, man.
So good
all right, love you, man.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
How does a client experience your work now? Kind of answered the next part of my question, which is essentially like what your client's experience is in the interim. Send me some of those quotes over, and let's look at a couple ideas there. And I've got swatch books all over the place trying to find something that's perfect for us. All right, bye. Well, I didn't get it all done today, but I got enough to send. I'm going to send 100 of these out the door today. I actually just got an email saying they're out of cards. They're only in Fort Lauderdale, so I can overnight some. They'll get 100 tomorrow. That'll get them back in cards, and then I'll finish the rest tomorrow, and they should have those hopefully on Wednesday. The other ones, I've got probably another hour of glue up to do, and then I can trim those at the cutter. That'll probably take another hour. So I've got a decent part of tomorrow left to do that, but I'm actually on my way out a little early. It's 3 o'clock, and I've got I have some friends who asked me to do a little bit of film production for some really short kind of vloggy YouTube commercials they're doing. So I'm going to do that. I wanted to mention, I got a couple things in the mail that I don't think I've shared with you. This was a complete surprise. My friend John, man, I miss John a lot. I met John my freshman year in college. He was best man at my wedding, and I miss him a lot. John Peak lives in Ohio now. Life comes full circle that way. And I'm from Ohio. John lives in Ohio and does film production for a church, and sent me a micro SD card so I can shoot more footage. So, John, thank you so much. And one other thing I haven't shown you yet. I don't think I've shown you this. This is an illustration. This is, hold on just a second here. This is Christopher Craig, another Ohioan. Christopher's in Akron, and caught this on his Insta stories and was the first to reply. So he sent me this. Christopher, no offense, I'm probably gonna change the frame out or paint this one. I think black would look gorgeous with this. I might just spray paint this black. But what a cool addition to the shop. I got to find the right place for it. I think it might go over on the bookshelf next to the desk. But if you want to send me mail, address below, you know the story. I did want to mention, speaking of mail, did you see this thing about the mail carrier that didn't deliver like 17,000 pieces of mail? I mean, full mail bags just sitting in their car. This is not the first time this has happened. I don't even think this is the first time someone's been caught doing that this year. If you're a couple getting married and you're sending out wedding invitations, this kind of thing does happen. The better way to know that your invitations get there is to send them by something that's tracked. You can send them by, UPS or FedEx or DHL. You can send them by priority mail. It will cost you more, but if we're doing big, cool invitations, it's going to cost more anyway. So let's send it in a way that gets it tracked and we know it gets there. If we're just putting a stamp on it between getting eaten by a machine and left in a bag in a postal worker's car, we have no idea if it's going to get there or not unless we ask the person at the other end. Absolutely insane thing to hear. It doesn't happen often. The Postal Service is an incredible value for the money, but it happens. So just be aware of that. Anyway, I've got to go do a little bit of prep work before this video shoot. I gotta grab that C-stand and take it out of here. I will see you later. Bye. Oh, and don't forget, hit subscribe, hit like, all that stuff. Tell a friend. Love to see you next time.